Hey everybody, welcome to the Bush. I'm Bush with Owl, and this is Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. The goal of this playthrough is going to be to play as nice of a guy as I can in the world of Warhammer 40k. Alright, let's see here. Character portrait. It's got to be the kindest looking dude with a beard. Nothing less will do. I think this guy looks okay. I mean, I don't know if that constitutes a beard. It's more like a mustache and a goatee, but I think we can change that a little bit here. Our portrait will have a little bit. I take that back. Our portrait will have a lot less of a beard than what we have. All right. Yes, sirree. Yay. What? What happened to my beard? I turned into a woman and it shaved every hair on my body. I guess I should have been paying closer attention to what settings we had right here. A little bit of this. Okay. Tattoos are scary, so we're not going to put that on our nice guy.
We need to investigate.
Oh, that's fitting. Probably going to go with bold male.
You didn't stand a chance!
Hopefully that won't be too annoying. I just think
Let my fury rain down upon thee!
pragmatic's not too bad, and that's actually not too bad of a voice either.
Lance batteries, volley! Ruinous favor prevails.
Applaud my brilliance.
Yeah, I don't think I can listen to that for an entire Owlcat game playthrough.
Didn't see that one coming, did you?
No, we'll go with pragmatic male.
make it happen.
Hive world, strength in numbers, camaraderie, helping hand. Camaraderie sounds good. Helping hand sounds good. Maybe even fresh start. If we're giving people fresh starts, that sounds pretty merciful. Let's go with a hive world guy. This is a dude who's been around people. He knows what people are like, and he doesn't mind. He's just an all-around good dude. Alright, Navy officer. Here's a man who understands what the people need. Okay, Triumph. That's not too bad. Under your command, a void ship braved a terrible warp storm without a single casualty among the crew. I think that's the route we're gonna go down. Taking care of our crew. Darkest hour. You have journeyed through the dark and forsaken systems, and the things you have seen have left a mark on your soul that will never heal. Go with Grim Portrait. This is a man whose kindness stems from a past that has not been kind to himself. Alright, let's go with officer. We'll be officers. Characteristics. Persuasion, commerce, coercion, carouse, and lore. Looks like we have high fellowship and willpower. Gonna take a lot of willpower to be a nice guy in the world of Warhammer 40k. This is perfect. Alright. Last but not least, the void ship. Sword class frigate. Falchion class frigate. Firestorm class frigate. This one's got a burb on the front. I think that fits with Bush with Owl. So we shall pick the Firestorm class frigate. The Bush. Oh, I haven't named my guy yet. You already know. Jethro Singsong. Alrighty. Complete with funny hat and everything.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
But let's see what my character can say. What's the nicest thing we can say? All right, truly an awe-inspiring sight. Frankly, such excess can be tiring at times. Have we met? Do you have a particular reason for disturbing me? All right, truly an awe-inspiring sight. It's fairly bland, but hey, pretty nice.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor, to inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with a chance to give their very life for the master of humanity. Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtfir, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship roguetrader Theodora von Valencius. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
My name's Jethro Singsong. Commodore Jethro Singsong Van Minar, Lord Captain of Drusus's Blessing. What the flip? None of that's right. I have no intention of introducing myself.
My regards, Master. Or should I say, von Valencius, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperium. Perhaps this kinship came as a shock to you. Understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain Theodora. It required no small effort on the part of Her Ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty.
You have a curious title, Master of Whispers. What are your responsibilities?
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencius. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Hey, you say I am one of the rogue trader's heirs, so there is another candidate.
There is. And you will meet him soon enough.
Okay. Well, I don't want to make fun of the Lady Theodora. Yeah, let's be interested in whoever's ship this is.
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back. Especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that Her Ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse.
I'd hate to do that.
Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
Good to know, so we shouldn't be disrespectful or obtuse. Apparently, in the world of Warhammer, it's not too kind to ask about people either, so... The more you know. Alright, I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out. Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
Yeah, has anyone ever told you you have a nice, rumbly voice?
The Lord Captain and Master Ethelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Gladly. Oh. Alright, rogue trader Theodora von Valencius desires to... Oh. Okay. Follow Conrad.
Keep your wits about you.
Oh, that guy just fell back into that chair. A massive conference table, obviously crafted from real wood, a resource of incredible value.
I always have a backup plan.
Show the data on the vid screen. I don't know if we're allowed to do that. But tech litany for machine placidity is required. Vox is casting to initiate of the consecration of unwits and the preparation of technomats. Oh boy. Lay people interfering in operation of the sacred mechanism disturbs the machine's spirits in the name of... I'm sorry, refrain from any... Oh, my bad. Yep. I'd hate to do that. Alright. Am I greeting everyone? Greetings, my lord. Okay, I don't wanna disturb whatever's going on over there. How long do we have to wait for an audience? How many days has it been already?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
You know what? I've been hearing that everywhere I go. It's all anyone will talk about. Look at how handsome I am. My big old beard.
One of the Fon Valencia's trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
I was just told not to do that. That guy's swinging that hammer like crazy. Holy cow.
Run! The servitors have gone berserk!
Oh no. Guys, it's not nice to kill people. Didn't anyone ever tell you? I've been ambushed. The battle begins. Alright, so... I don't know if I have any non-lethal options in this game, and if I really care to just try to not kill everyone. I think I want to kill some people. Well, or they can just do it for me. Okay. I guess they're not going to do it for me since they just got themselves killed. What abilities do I have right now? Brace for impact. For 1 round, the Navy officer and their allies in a 3-cell radius gain +2 deflection for each archetype taken by the Navy officer. Voice of command. The officer forces an ally to fully push themselves, increasing their characteristic by +15 for 1 round. Additionally, all of the officer's abilities can be applied to the target of voice of command from any distance. Alright, let's voice of command our buddy Coonrad over here.
My gut tells me it's a bad idea.
Okay. He resisted our advances. Let's see. Okay, didn't know that's how that worked. Oh boy. Alright, let's stay as far away from this guy as we can. Actually, move closer for a direction. Let's take a look outside this window. What's going on? These windows look into the next room, not outside the void ship. We cannot make out anything. Alright, well I can't make out anything apparently. Looks like I'm out of movement and don't have a whole lot of actions left. I'm too far to shoot anyone, which I don't really want to do anyways, so... Get him, officer. Oh. Analyze those enemies. Okay, we got 2 guys trying to do nothing but support over here. I think the most merciful thing for me to do at this point is to indeed try to put this guy down, because he's just gonna kill these poor officers otherwise.
He's as good as done.
Okay. Will you let me give you whatever this ability is called? Voice of command. Do your best, buddy. Alright. Consider yourself commanded. I like to think he made that shot because I commanded him. Oh no, he died so young. Okay. Okay, so I probably need to move forward like 2 spaces.
I'll see to it personally.
Yeah, I apologize for not. I apologize to all these corpses for not doing this sooner. My bad. Nice dodge, dude. Look at it. He's doing the Matrix right now. Careful with melee weapons. Block adjacent enemies' abilities to perform attacks with ranged weapons. Those can be fired at point-blank range. Okay. Well, thanks for analyzing this dude for me.
Who, if not me?
I need you to analyze him a little harder, Coon Raccoon.
NANI?!
Look at him. Give him the old backhand. Oh,
Death to the heretics!
okay. I can scarcely believe it.
What
on a day like
suspiciously
this.
poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Huh. Interesting that you. Kind of interesting that you think you know how to stop their plan. It's a little suspicious to me. Talk to Theodore von Valancius.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Whatever you say, Coon Raccoon. For some reason, I really don't trust you. Open the map using M. Let's see what this guy. Oh. Where's hard at work, bowing his head in fear, avoiding even looking at you. Hey, man, you don't have to. You don't gotta worry about looking at me. The exhibit is unfinished. You don't say. Alright. Where am I supposed to be going? Yocasta Sourback. I'm looking for people with names. Got some tech dudes. Okay, my bad, guys. Did I mean to run in the middle of you all
That
like
is
that?
simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic
Says the man
suicide.
dressed in peculiar
Practically
garb.
an admission of heresy.
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Let's survey. Your first impression of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is a parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. The nervously twitching fingers, the face twisted by a slight tick, and the jerky movements are all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. In stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von Valancius's features appear as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the difference in status between her and Edelthrad. Next to the two of them, you see two more men. One is a gray-haired officer of impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is a behemoth, bristling with holsters and baldricks containing all manners of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer.
Yes, ma'am. Rogue trader, a subject of the Imperium with a unique hereditary title. A rogue trader is tasked with exploring and exploiting the still uncharted regions of the galaxy for the benefit of mankind. That'll be important.
Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Koronus Expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure?
Looks like I succeeded on some passive skill checks over here, so let's see what dialogue options we have. Alright. Those spirits could well be the natives' name for dangerous aliens. I would first verify if that is indeed the case, and if the population of Ion 6 engages in xeno-worship. There are ways to confirm whether what is happening on Ion 6 is witchcraft or not. It might cost several psychers to do so, but it will give us the answer. Seismic activity, you say? I do love me some seismic activity. I wish I could look at some augur readings, but theoretically, a couple of well-placed orbital strikes would drown Ion 6 and all its terrors in an ocean of magma. These reports of spirits certainly sound like evidence of heresy. However, I would put my interests first. Ion 6 must be purged, alright. I do not know. Our first one sounds like the least violent option.
Reasonable and prudent. However, chasing after ethereal creatures may prove a rather long and fruitless endeavor.
I think I impressed her with that one.
Apart from Xenos, an untrodden planet might be teeming with myriad horrors that are far more dangerous and difficult to eradicate. I suspect that you are simply unaware of their existence.
That was rude. I could be mistaken, but isn't this pronounced Xenos? That's how I normally hear it. But from Xenos? I gave a straight answer to a simple question, which, as I understood, was still more than you could do, Edelthrod. We are both servants of the God Emperor and Lady Theodora. Does it become anyone of our status to engage in petty feuds?
Even among
nice
his
guys.
flock, not all are of a piece. I suggest you familiarize yourself with that fact before you are sorely...
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
Yeah, Edelthrod.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So, why are you here?
Okay, hoping you could tell me that.
Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity.
Go on.
My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all.
Alright, you went on.
It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon. Resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with Fon Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
It's all too sudden for me.
Perhaps. Yesterday you were just another servant of the Imperium, one of the faceless multitudes. Today, visitors in the Fon Valancius colors come to you without any explanation and escort you to a vessel that departs for the far-off Koronus Expanse. But such is the nature of my position. My claim on you is sacred and non-negotiable. I require all those who possess even a drop of the Fon Valancius blood, no matter who they may be. Blood right alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally.
What do you mean by that?
Even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood.
What does she
Conrad
mean by that?
Voigtveer served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Whispering. Did I hear you correctly? The Master of Whispers is related to you? Thank you for clarifying. May I ask my questions now? The box.
I have some time before the Navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
Navigator, translation? What are these things you speak of? Oh my goodness, I don't know that I want to be a suck up. I want to be a nice guy, not an absolute milquetoast dude. Yeah, let's see what you got to say about
Is
that.
that so? Perhaps the technomats were careless during maintenance.
I'm sure that's
Or
what
it
it
could be the
was.
warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Hilarious.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
I highly doubt she appreciates you questioning her.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is thousands of years old. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
This is probably good to know.
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
Well, let's talk of blood. I hope she's not taking the word absorb literally. Where is your ship headed?
The Rycad system, the domain of roguetrader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Koronus Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House Fon Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor.
Of course I will.
I set the course for Rycad on the demand for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
I have no more questions.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Getting attacked by a bunch of Tuscan raiders.
example out of you!
All of you will bleed!
Initiative. Initiative is going to be the order that we all take our turns in. Okay. Theodora.
My place is at the fore.
Nice, dude.
Break their morale! Die!
Alright. I think I'll have to do less killing this time.
Chaos guides me
Oh!
My ears are ringing.
to non-believers!
Is that all? Just your ears? Yeah, let's hide behind her. I'm sure she would appreciate that. And wow. Really? Really? That's okay, I didn't want to use my abilities anyways. Okay. Let's do this. We'll give her some additional deflection. Any chance we can talk this out? No, didn't think so. Okay.
Death to the weak!
I like the little jaunts. That's nice.
I serve the ruinous
Just a little hop and skip before I blow your brains out.
Follow my lead.
I thought she was about to just turn around and blast me in the face.
glory of the Imperium!
Alright guys, I said I'd play as nice as possible. I thought I'd later on die. I was gonna say that way I don't have to kill anybody, but yeah, I'm definitely not killing anybody that way. Interesting. I guess I can just keep reloading, considering I always have leftover action points.
personally.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
Tactics such as slicing people in the face. Tried and tested. Tried and... I shoot you in the face. Fade to black. How nice of you to show up.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
What is happening? What are your orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Of course, of course. Find the Arch-Militant.
I always keep my options open.
Here we can go in here. Oh. Oh, they blasted him. The heretic's body is riddled with holes and an improvised single shotgun, smoking in hand.
Keep your wits about you.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
For some reason, I don't think you mean that.
Always on time, eh, Kunrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
Mort, pull yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Yeah, quit that chivying.
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Vox Master is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Mutiny? But who would attempt a mutiny here in the war?
Lunatics, fools, heretics. This ship houses thousands upon thousands of people. Pernicious thoughts and warp-induced delusions could have tainted any one of them. It is a difficult notion to accept, but such risks are inescapable.
I was trying to assume the best of people, but when you put it that way...
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the navigator's sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support. After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant, and taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
It's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
I shall do everything in my power.
Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out. Mort, come.
You can just get some dialogue. Maybe not. I didn't click anything.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
I'll make do.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Wow. Never would have thought. I promised you a special destiny, Jethro Singsong, and it's time to fulfill it. Coonrad Coon, how could you do this to me? Oh! Not in the nads.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warrant Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Ah, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
What is the meaning of this?
You must have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you. We are in the anteroom of the Warring Chamber, this voidship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred warrant of trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
I don't mean to ask the obvious, but, why are you doing this?
Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my masters sent me for. The warrant of trade.
Raccoon, no. I have no intention of helping you.
I am afraid that you have no choice in the matter. Try to resist, and I will demonstrate the power that the warp holds over mortals. Come to think of it, I might even take some pleasure in doing so.
Well, hate to deny you your pleasure. Enough threats.
There's
I
a
will comply
good
with your
boy.
demands.
Then go to the Sentinel at the gates of the Warring Chamber and fulfill your destiny. I had hoped to feed Edelthrad to the machine. He is the one who caught Theodora's eye, after all. But since procuring him has proved difficult, you will have to do.
Oh my, I'm not very good at that. Chance 100%? Never mind, I'm a pro. In the gateway arch, you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. There is a servitor, an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. The Sentinel turned its head to you, one of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Look back. Raccoon, are you sure?
Did you forget something? I suggest you hurry.
You look around in hopes of finding at least something that could work as a weapon. Your search is in vain. The chamber anteroom is completely empty and in perfect working condition. Nary a broken panel or a protruding piece of rebar in sight. Fine. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. The servitor on the gate begins to move. With the screeching and groaning of metal, it leans forward, closer to you. Its lower jaw opens with a drawn-out shriek, much wider than the jaw of a living human could. The servitor's mouth is filled with sharp, metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen to the right of you lights up, showing strings of mysterious symbols on a green background. The servitor looks noticeably different from the ones you are used to. Its skin covering is stitched together with copper thread, and it has metal hinges in place of the standard joints. It seems that the creators of the Sentinel did everything to ensure that the service life of this unit would be much longer than that of ordinary automatons. Alright, let's put our hand in this guy's mouth. The Sentinel's jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the servo motors start up and the pumps stir into motion. The vid screen of the cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaws remain closed and you are beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You do not understand where this quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. Is it the Sentinel? The cogitator? Is it a figment of your weary mind? Whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word. Yes, I do require assistance.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Heck yeah, dude.
There is still another way.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, let's not go that way. The enormous gates match the importance of the thing they protect. The massive doors are made of heavy metal and look impregnable. Okay. Let it be known that by my will and by the true word of this document, I appoint this person to be the bearer of the warrant of trade and bestow upon him, to be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
Please. What madness is happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warren Sentinel standing by.
I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the Navigator's Sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
Lead me away from here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
Okay. Secured?
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
I gotta stick my finger back in there. Took a little less hand chopping, a little bit more diddling this time.
Run, fools, or fall!
Oh! Brother.
Master! Whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me! What is the meaning of this?
Kunrad Kun is a traitor. When we parted ways on the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here.
What?
He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of that plan.
Oh, holy God, Emperor! I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
Oopsies. Kunrad Kun openly admitted that he is the mastermind behind this mutiny.
Saint's blood! And it is small wonder that the heretics are so well organized. I thought his order to seal the passages between decks was his attempt to stop the attackers from spreading to other levels. But now I see the real reason. It was to stop the enforcers from intervening. At least you are alive, and now safe, Master. Alas, I doubt we can afford to look for a compartment to sit out this disaster. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Got it. Okay. Man, something smells delicious. You gonna follow me around this whole time?
Light of terror,
I think I
guide our way. Throne's grace, where are you going? Until we bandage your wounds and you take up arms, I, with all due respect to the heir of Lady Theodora, will not let you out the door.
Okay.
Throne's grace,
I guess.
where are you going? Until we bandage your wounds and you take up arms, I, with all due respect to the heir of Lady Theodora, will not
realize I
let
was
you out the
controlling both
door.
of them. Oops.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Okay.
Arm yourself. Our enemies may find us at any moment.
Oh, I got you. I'm picking up what you're setting down. Follow along.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems.
Oh, I'm sure they're not that
The
bad.
ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming.
timed
These
that
are
perfectly.
signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
Brother, can't you see the adults are talking? He's not even looking at me. That seems
You sent me a
suspicious.
Vox message. Specifically, a Voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing?
I think the Warren Sentinel may have sent that message. It appeared when I opened the chamber.
Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
Because I'm the chosen one. The Navigator's Sanctum, very well. Will you lead the way?
Absolutely. Let us proceed.
Glad.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
You will federate the dark God in you!
Yep. Okay. Oh man, I can shoot more than one bullet now.
On it.
Do something spicy. Yep. Okay. And, gotta help the boy out. Oh. Okay. I meant to do that. Who would have thought? You gotta be adjacent, someone to hit him with an adjacent kind of attack. Okay. Straight line charge. Nice.
Chaos guides me.
Yeah, I can tell.
Let's make some opportunities.
I think I can't do it more than once. Alright. I don't, yeah, I don't care if I shoot him. I think he'll be, I mean, I do care if I shoot him. Nice guy like that. I think he'll be okay though. Interesting. Hey, only I'm supposed to be able to do that.
I've suffered worse. Just a minor setback.
Death to non-believers.
Dude. Oh, man.
It's as good
That's where I'm going to end this one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. If you liked the video, check out the rest of the channel, and don't forget to like and subscribe.